Hello there. What is going on, everyone? We are looking at Assajj Ventress for Star Wars Legion today. We're going to be unboxing this pack. We're going to be putting her together. We're going to show you the cards and the miniature and having some fun with this awesome operative expansion for the Separatists. Sorry, she is CIS only in this particular expansion. I know a lot of us tend to think of Assajj as more of kind of a mercenary, but this is Assajj Ventress, primarily how she premieres at the beginning of the Clone Wars. Kind of definitely a Sith assassin version of her. She is going to come into the game as an operative, and we're going to have some fun with her. So we're going to unbox this. If you guys are new here to the channel, we do a lot of giveaways all the time. We're starting a very big new giveaway right now. You know, Assajj Ventress is also in the Star Wars Shatterpoint core set that is coming out soon. We're doing a giveaway for a Star Wars Shatterpoint core set for a $165 gift card on Amazon. And all you have to do to enter to win that is be a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my videos. I want to hear some of your favorite Clone Wars moments or Assajj Ventress moments in particular. Yeah, but that's going to run until Shatterpoint actually releases, and then we'll announce the winner for that. And of course, you can put that now. Of course, you can put that towards a core set for Amazon, or you could, if you're not interested in Shatterpoint, you could use it for some other, whatever your favorite game happens to be. But yes, so pretty cool. Also want to thank today's sponsor, Luxury Playstyle. Amazing full metal tokens, fully compatible with Star Wars Legion. They have tokens compatible with lots of other games too, like X-Wing, Magic the Gathering, Keyforge, Arkham Horror. You check them out. Head over to luxuryplaystyle.com. Don't forget to use code Crabbok VIP. You're going to save 15% while you're there if you use that code. So definitely don't forget to use that code. You're going to love these tokens. They are absolutely fantastic. I use them in all of my games. I love them. You will too. So head over to luxuryplaystyle.com. All right, so we've got this expansion finally in hand. And that's about everything that comes in the box here. We've got our paperwork. We've got our cardboard and cards. And we've got our sprue. Single sprue. And we've got a single base. Not a whole lot of complexity to Assajj Ventress here. Looks like we are getting basically a skirt there, and then a torso, and then a head, and then two arms, and then the back. I mean, that's this is probably going to go down as one of the more easier miniatures to assemble, which I think is a very cool thing. Very, very cool thing. Oh, the lightsabers, man. They look like they got the lightsabers just right, too. I've done some Assajj Ventress lightsaber videos, and yeah, they got the right kind of thickness on those those blocky sections of her lightsaber. Very, very cool. I'm liking it. This is the back side of the sprue. All right. No instructions will show up in here because they've been, they've changed the way they do things now, timelines and everything. I was able to talk to some people about this, and I always complain. It's like, oh, they don't give you the instructions anymore. And of course, I would love it if they did. However, in this case, it's going to be kind of easier. And I think it makes sense, even though it's kind of a bummer, right? Like the amount of time, and we started to see this towards the ends of Fantasy Flight, where stuff goes to print, and you've got to send this off to print before the miniatures are even done to make sure everything comes back in time or whatever. And so if you print the instructions, you're kind of doing it a little bit on faith that the final version of the model is going to have no changes from the instructions that you sent to print like 6 months ago. And that doesn't always work out the same way. So in some of the last FFG stuff that they sent to print that had printed instructions in them, you'll notice there were some errors and things that didn't work. And so it makes a little bit more sense from that standpoint. Like you think that if you think about that, it's more understandable why they do this. However, I still wish they did it. Like if they were able to. Somebody once told me like GW is able to do this and give you all their printed instructions because because they print their own stuff and they're able to plan things out like 3 or 4 years in advance, and so it's their timelines are totally different. And I thought that was kind of interesting. Here we go. We've got our credits and all of our good stuff there as well. So wow, it's weird how the playtesters have gone down to it used to be like 30 playtesters, and it's now down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's wild. All right. Let's go ahead and take a look at our cards and our cardboard as well, because we've got the cardboard is just our one basic piece. We got some damage tokens and lots of dodge tokens. Assajj Ventress likes dodges, doesn't she? Oh yes. Let's take a look at the cards. All right, so no upgrade cards in this pack, by the way. So if you're hoping to get some new force stuff or new trainings, it's not happening here. We're just getting the basic upgrade. I really hope we get an upgrade card pack, since it seems like the last several expansions we don't get new upgrade cards anymore. So I'd love to start getting upgrade cards. Assajj Ventress is coming into the game at 150 points, jump 2, and deflect, as you typically get. Why am I using my X-Acto knife here? I'll use my X-Acto knife, sure. We've got independent dodge 1, so if she doesn't get an order, she's getting dodge 1, which can totally work for her. She's got indomitable, which is a nice way to, she's going to have an easier time clearing suppression. She's going to be immune to pierce, which you typically expect from force users. And relentless, really, really, really good. Relentless, really, really, really good. I'll talk about Jarkai Mastery in a second. She's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 black dice. She's rivaling Maul there because she's got 2 sabers. She's using them really, really well. I love that. I love that number of sabers. It makes you think about saber throw on her, doesn't it? You know? She's got Jarkai Mastery, though, which goes kind of against that a little bit. It's like, while performing a melee attack, you may spend any number of dodge tokens. For each dodge token spent, improve an attack die result. That's huge. Being able to improve attack dice is massive. Now, she does not have Surge to crit, Surge to hit, or Surge for defense. So she's got no surges here, but she does have that red defense die. 5 health, 2 courage, impact 2, pierce 2, 2 force, and 2 training. Now, she does not have Master of the Force. So you're going to have to think a little bit about which force upgrades to get her. The ones that don't require... Like force push is probably still a good option, but then again, you're not going to be able to reuse it again without recovering, right? So, is it going to be as good, or do you want things that are going to give her free dodges? There's a lot of, whenever you see a Jedi without Master of the Force, it's like it makes you think a little bit more. Burst of speed might be nice here, but then again, maybe she's not going to quite need that. She's still got Relentless. I like Saber Throw on her as an option because of Relentless. And, you get the free ranged attack option. It's cool. But she's got other things that are going to give her ranged attacks as well, which when we look at the cards. So obviously she's going to want dodge tokens. You get a free dodge token if you don't activate her with an order, rather. So she'll start with 1. You can always take dodgers in action. Or look for other upgrade possibilities, not just on her, but in the rest of your build that can hand over dodge tokens or let her retain dodge tokens. Lots of things are going to do that. Let's go ahead and start looking at her upgrade cards. Let's start with her 1 pip here. The Jedi Shall Fall. Assajj Ventress gains Jedi Hunter. So if she's attacking other Force users, she's going to gain Surge to crit when she's attacking, which is going to be very, very cool if you want her to actually be an assassin. While Assajj Ventress performs an attack, during the roll attack dice step before rolling dice, she may gain up to 4 suppression tokens. She gains a dodge token for each suppression token gained this way. That's absolutely fantastic. Just a great way to have her kind of go in and almost guarantee a kill, right? I love it. I love it a lot. Very cool card, and does what a lot of 1 pips tend to do. We've also got I Am Fear. When Assajj Ventress begins her activation, she recovers. Right? We were talking about, hey, do I want force push? And of course, recover is going to give you the option to take those things. You got a free recovery here. Maybe it is worth taking some of those, even though you do only have 2 upgrade slots for force, right? But a free recovery is always good. At the end of Assajj Ventress' activation, she may perform an attack using the following weapon. She's going to gain suppressive and spray on her little force kind of choke that she's doing here. And she's also going to gain Surge to crit on that. Now, this is just something that she can use at the end of her activation. She doesn't get to do actually Relentless with this attack. So you may want to, again, I think Saber Throw is a decent option on her. I do think it is a decent option. We've got, yes, my master. It issues no units, which is actually not a problem for her. Make sure that she's going to have a dodge, right? The other ones are giving her an order, so she's not going to have that independent dodge 1. Issues no units. It's really cool. You must divulge this card. It stays in play. So this isn't even a card that you get to play. This is something that just kind of comes out. It's almost like a configuration. It's almost like a free upgrade slot for her, right? It's kind of weird in how it works that way. If you divulge it during your deploy unit step, and she can gain bounty and reinforcements, so she can come in late, and she can become a bounty hunter, which is going to be really nice, especially if your opponent has Jedi, and so you can play that 1 pip and gain Jedi Hunter. Otherwise, you can go with giving her the bottom part, which is Demoralize 1, Makashi Mastery, and Outmaneuver. Outmaneuver is going to make those dodge tokens better. Demoralize 1 is going to put suppression out there. And Makashi Mastery might be the better option when dealing with enemy Jedi. Do you want to risk the bounty, or do you want to try and get some hits in? I love Makashi Mastery, but that's going to work better on melee attacks because you can't use Makashi Mastery on a ranged attack. So Makashi Mastery, it's you can reduce your Pierce level by 1 and remove an opponent's immunity to Pierce. So, I love that one. If you are going against other Jedi and, are more concerned with killing them than getting the bounty point, you can do that. Very cool. Bounty might be better off if nobody on your opponent's list has immunity to Pierce. So that might be something to think about. It gives you some cool options. Other cool thing is you get a special Dooku card. This one is a Count Dooku command card. Now that Dooku now has 2 3-pips, right? Which is kind of cool. When building a command hand, treat this card as though it has 2 pips. All right, well, I guess Dooku now has 2 pips, right? Count Dooku gains an aim token and a dodge token. After Count Dooku activates, if Assajj Ventress does not have a face-down order token, she activates. After she activates, if she has a face-up order token, flip it face down. If she does not have an order token, assign her 1. So basically, it just means Dooku gets to go and Assajj gets to go immediately after him. It takes up a 2-pip slot, but it activates late as a 3-pip. So you're not going to go first, but you're going to go second and third is kind of what is happening here. And then again, you actually have a pretty decent chance of going first because if your opponent plays a 3-pip, Dooku has Cunning. So you're going to win those ties. So you could still go first. But yeah, if they play a 1 or a 2-pip, you're not going to be able to beat them. So that is pretty cool. Those are her cards. Let's go ahead and put that miniature together. All right, so we've got Assajj Ventress put together, and she's pretty good looking. Not a huge fan of just how kind of rigid the cape is, but it's not as bad as I had thought. It's just, you get a lot more of these like straight lines in it than as opposed to what you've seen in some other stuff, but it's still not bad. She'll look probably a lot better once she gets some paint on her. And also I'll be working on that over the course of this coming week, so it'll be fun. So check out social media links for some of the stuff I've been working on. I've been doing a lot more painting lately. I've finally gotten back into it. I've been catching up on my Age of Sigmar painting, and I think I got all of my Star Wars Legion painting done, even Moff Gideon and the Dark Troopers. So now we kind of share some photos and things like that on social media as well. And also in our Discord, we have a whole pictures section. I need to do another painting competition too. I keep saying that, and I have been falling behind on it. So pretty cool stuff. Like having Assajj here. Can't wait for Ahsoka to show up soon. Hopefully we'll get a good preview of her. All right, so that's going to do it for Assajj Ventress, guys. I want to thank you all for hanging out with me today. Thanks for watching. Make sure you stay tuned for more Star Wars Legion coverage, as well as X-Wing, Armada, Shatterpoint, Star Wars coverage in general, lightsabers, masks, you name it. We talk about all of that cool stuff here, and I'd love to have you stick around. I will talk to you guys later on. I want to thank you so much. Big thanks to my patrons. You guys are absolutely amazing and help make this channel possible. So if you're interested in joining the team on Patreon, be sure to check the links in the description below. I will talk to you later. May the Force be with you. Be excellent to each other. Live long and prosper. So say we all. Party on, dudes. Cowabunga. And Thundercats. Ho!